The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Yeah, hello everyone. This is Abhishek from the Study Metro, and thank you very much to joining this call. And I knew the weekend is approaching, and this is the last hour. So thank you very much for your time, valuable time, to attend the webinar. So today we have a guest from the Bay Path University, and today we are going to uh, mention you what are the options are available in the Bay Path universities. We have the Jill Bondner. She take care about all the international students admission in this university. Also, whatever the questions you have in during this webinar, feel free to write down all your questions in chat box, which you can see in your right hand side. You can ask your questions, and then in the end of the webinar, we will try to answer whatever the questions you have. So I'm just handing over to the Jill so she can take it further from here. And I will be also available during this webinar if you have any questions. So it's over to you, Jill.
Okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. Can you hear okay? Because it doesn't seem to be a good connection.
Yeah, but we can hear you. No problem.
Okay, I think, hello?
Yeah, please go ahead, Jill. We can hear you.
Okay, yeah, it's a bad connection on my end, but I'm just going to proceed. And if you miss something or um, you can't hear it, maybe just leave a message in the note. So welcome to Bay Path University. We are located in Massachusetts, which is the east coast of the United States. We're in the prestigious Northeast region of America, where there are many, many universities and famous colleges. Bay Path University is for women only at the undergraduate level. That means for the bachelor degree, it's an all-girls school. However, in our graduate programs, we have men and women. It's open to men and women, and we'll talk about the graduate school in a minute. First, we're going to talk about the undergraduates. Here's a few photos of some of our students studying on campus at Bay Path University. This is more than 100 years old, established, and quite famous, prestigious university. Our niche is the fact that we're all women's. You might not be familiar, but in the United States, there aren't very many universities these days that are all women's. So it's a very special environment. And it's really, our strength is that we have a special university for women to develop their careers and their futures in such a unique environment. As you can see on the notes here, we have about 3,200 students at this time. Here is a list of some of our majors. We're very career focused, and this has helped us with our unique niche to help women with their futures. Some of the popular careers include accounting and business, education for those who would like to become a teacher, and we're also very strong in the sciences, biochem and biotechnology. Forensic science is very popular these days as well. Neurobiology, and we have some medical programs as well, the occupational therapy. We'll talk about that more when we talk about our graduate programs. As you can see in the notes in the bottom, in this area, we have very small classes. The average size is 15 or 16 students, and that means every student has a wonderful opportunity to interact and get involved in class and have discussions, ask questions, and really be involved in your classroom setting. I just will go through this for a moment, some benefits of attending a women's college. In America, we really like and encourage and support the idea of all women's university. Some of the reasons are that It helps young women develop critical skills and engage with faculty and resources. As I just mentioned, the small classroom allows for engagement, and it helps to create great leaders and communicators. And some research and recent findings have shown that girls are more successful when they study in an all-women's university. And I think you can understand some of the reasons because the girls feel comfortable in that kind of environment without being intimidated or without competition from the boys. So just what I'm saying is statistics show that girls do well, and actually they do better when they study in the all women's university. Of the international students are interested in this type of thing. Our students have done some amazing internships in sciences, in law, in teaching, in business, and some of these names of the companies here are big, famous, and well-established companies from our area. Each year featuring famous women who have made a difference in the world, from TV stars, movie stars, to journalists, to writers, to educators. And our students have an opportunity to attend this amazing conference every spring. And this is talking about helping young women develop themselves towards a successful career. Program, especially for our sciences, because you already are studying abroad. Takes a school trip to a different famous capital of the world, and all of our students are welcome to participate in that. This year the trip will be to Ireland. And they are merit-based. So that means, depending on your grades from your high school, you will be offered some level of scholarship. Your bachelor degree and decided to stay on for 1 more year or 2 more years in a master's program, you can have a special scholarship towards the graduate school. And in other words, there's an incentive in the price to just continue on and add your master's degree following. So it would be quite efficient and save some money to do that type of a plan. Always many, many campus events. There's an application that you can do online, and we will waive that fee for you, so it will be free of charge to apply. It's a very simple application. You can also use the Common App, and then you may scan directly to me your high school transcripts, and if you have any English score, if you took TOEFL or IELTS, and then letters of recommendation from some teachers, or if you had a job or anything like that, and your essay, and if there is anything else that you wanted to include in there, you could. We don't expect the students to have a resume at this level because they're going into a bachelor degree, but you may include anything else. Basically, the application process is very easy. We give you an answer within a few weeks, and if you're accepted and you decide to come to BayPath, the next step is to receive an I-20 and go for a visa interview. So we try to make the whole process quite easy and smooth, and we'll help you step by step through this application. We welcome you, and we hope to see you at BayPath. Now, the next segment, we will talk about graduate programs. Before we move on, does anybody have any questions about our bachelor program?
I think, Jill, we will ask all the questions after your graduate program, so the students can let us know whatever the questions they have, and we can go back one to one.
Here is a recent photo of our campus, and we'll give an overview of the graduate school at BayPath. We do have several campuses. Our main campus is Longmeadow, and that is the site of the photos that I've been showing you. We do have some other campuses. One is closer to Boston, and one is in the center of Massachusetts, but we do recommend that you come to our main campus in Longmeadow. This is an accredited university, and we're also a member of a college consortium. That means we have many universities in our area, and we all work together as partners. An activity or an event or an important opportunity at one of our neighboring universities, we always invite our students to participate. And we invite the students from those neighbor universities to attend BayPath for our events as well. So you have a lot of opportunity to meet other university students right nearby in our area. We have over 20 graduate programs. Some are online and some are on campus. And you can have that option to study online as well if you were not able to come to the United States. Just like our undergraduate degrees, our graduate programs are very career-focused, practical, useful degrees to help you get jobs. MBA is very popular, and our MBA is a little interesting and unique because it's about entrepreneurship and innovation. Communication and Information Management is another popular major. We do have a few students from India in this major, and the information management piece is, it's not a very tech type program, but we are discussing with U.S. Immigration about this piece being considered STEM. So we do hope that students from the Communication Information Management may be able to qualify for a STEM OPT. That is because of the information management component in this major. And we also have a very popular brand new major, and it's not listed on our slide yet because we just started. Actually, we just launched it. This month is our first round, and that is applied data science. If you're interested in that major, I can send you information following our webinar about applied data science. In our School of Education and Psychology, we have several areas in education, special ed, and applied behavior analysis. These are hot topics now for in the United States. We have so many services available to children. These are excellent career paths. In the arts and sciences, forensic, and some of the medical programs are occupational therapy and physician assistant. We have some amazing, wonderful faculty. Almost all of our faculty are PhD. Many are award-winning and also have published and international experience, and they're top experts in their various fields. As a student at Baypath, you have many opportunities to work directly and closely with your faculty. The professors are available to support and guide and work with you. And some of our international students who are currently at Baypath have graduate assistant positions, or they meet with their faculty on a regular basis for mentorship. And for the graduate admission process, just like the undergraduate, it's very easy and will help you through step by step. You can do the application online, and we're going to waive the fee so that it will be free of charge. And then you may scan your documents directly to me, your transcripts and an essay, letters of recommendation, a resume if you have it. We do not need a GMAT, but if you took it, or GRE, if you took it, you can certainly send that to us. And then we also need some proof of your English language ability, such as a TOEFL or an IELTS, if you have that, or if you've done your education in English, you may not need that. And let's open up to questions now.
Okay, that was really great. The program which we are having in this university. However, your voice was breaking, and I'm not sure about that the students have understand or not. But I can do the quick recap. And Jill, you please correct me wherever I go wrong, so that the students have the complete correct information with them. So, what I
Sure.
understood that we have undergraduate programs that is only for the women. So, if we have any students who want to do, especially the girls students who want to do the undergraduate program, we have more than 200 programs are available for them. Is this correct, right?
Um, no, we have, I'm not sure, I didn't say we have 200, but
Okay.
we do have many, many programs available for them.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yes, the undergraduate degree is only for women.
Okay. Okay. The and if we talk about the eligibility criteria, the students has to submit their documents, like a soft copy they can submit, and they have to fill the applications form, and passports and other documents they can email us later on, let's say like a recommendation letter, SOP, and the finance document. Is this correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay, okay, okay. And there is a application fee waiver. So there is no application fee for those students who are applying through the study metro.
Yes, correct.
Okay, okay, that's fine. Now, if we talk about the our graduate program, we have the program which I like it. That is master in communications and information system management, which is again it's not a STEM now, but the university is trying to get it as a STEM program, and we can like we can recruit the students who are looking for the computer science or information technology?
Yes. So the program, the information management piece does qualify as STEM according to the US immigration. But our major is communication and include this major as STEM. We have not yet had any students apply for the STEM OPT because this is brand new as of this summer, the new extension. And so we're not 100% sure if they will get approval for that STEM extension, but we do have some students trying for that extension right now.
Okay, okay. But all this program, whatever you mentioned in your webinar, it's on-campus program, right? Or there are some few online programs also there.
Well, we also have many of our programs are offered online. Almost all of our programs have an online option. However, I do realize that for our audience and for those students interested in Bay Path, most likely they hope to come to Bay Path on
Yes,
campus.
yes, that is true. Yeah.
Right. So, of course, we will help with those students to get here to campus, all the steps of the process, and help prepare along with you from your company and have them as well prepared for their visa interview as possible. And we hope that they can come. In the case that some students are not able to come to the US, perhaps they couldn't get a visa or maybe they have a family obligation, there is an online option. And so for some students, it's more realistic to complete their degree online and not consider traveling to the United States.
Okay, okay. And also, could you just help me because you mentioned about the internships is the program. So internships are available for those students who are doing the graduate program, or it's for only for the undergraduate?
Well, the undergraduate programs have internships built into their majors. So all
Okay.
of our undergraduate students will definitely be doing an internship. For example, if you're a business major, you're going to have an internship in some type of local company. If you're an education major, you will definitely have an internship in a school or some type of education facility. At the graduate level, we also encourage the internships, but it's not required. Many of our international students do like to get an internship opportunity because, of course, this will help with their resume and help with their experience and possibly lead to a job under their OPT. So I would say that most of our international students do end up securing an internship, and many of them stay on with that same company for their OPT opportunity.
Okay, okay, that's fine. So the if the international students who are in the graduate program, if they do the internships, they do through CPT program. Like, do you offer the CPT also?
We don't require the internship, so we can do the CPT. Yes, we can, but it's not a required internship. Technically, the CPT should be for a required internship, such as the undergraduates, but we have had success with arranging the CPT for the students.
Okay, but let's say if the students who want to do the CPT, is this available if they apply to through DSO?
Yes, it is available. Now, many of our graduate programs are 1 year program, so it's quite intensive, and the students will be studying and working hard for 1 year. The time goes very, very fast. So what we have seen is that most of our international students prefer to focus on the study, complete the 1 year, and then stay on for the OPT.
Okay, okay. So generally, if it is a 1 year program, the students can apply CPT from the first semester, or they have to wait for second semester to start?
Our program is broken down into sessions, 8-week sessions.
Hmm.
So we wouldn't recommend it in the first 8 weeks because there's an adjustment period and a transition to living in the United States. But they could start soon after into the second session, which will only be 2 months after their arrival.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. So we are starting all the questions from all the students. So whatever the questions you have, please write it down so that I can ask one by one questions to the delegates. So the first question is asked by the chat that what is the IELTS score and the set score requirement for the UG program?
The IELTS is the question?
Yep, IELTS
IELTS?
and set.
Okay. Okay, so we like to see a 6 for the IELTS and for the TOEFL about 78.
Okay. And do you require the set also?
It's not required, but if a student took the SAT, you can certainly show us those scores, but it's not required.
Okay, okay. And the same thing apply for to the graduate program also. We don't require the GRE GMAT, but the same IELTS TOEFL is acceptable.
Yes, for the graduate program, the TOEFL, the minimum would be a 78, preferred about 80, and about a 6 on the IELTS will be okay. GRE GMAT is not required, but of course you may show us those scores if you would like to strengthen your case.
Okay. Oh, second question come like what is the tuition fee for the both the program like undergraduate and the graduate?
The tuition, I'll write it on here too. Undergraduate tuition is about 25,000 per year plus the room and board. And the room and board is going to be about another 14,000. So the total will be approximately 40,000 per year. And then all of our students are considered for scholarship. So if you have strong grades, you will definitely earn some type of scholarship. And the highest scholarship is $17,000. So the range is from $5,000 per year up to $17,000 per year. And so that means your tuition will be about $40,000 minus your scholarship. Let's say, for example, you've got $15,000 in scholarship, then you're going to have quite a large discount for your tuition. You would take that off of your total tuition.
Okay.
Okay, do you
What about the
understand how
graduate
that works? Is
Yeah,
that clear?
yeah. But what about the graduate program?
The graduate?
Yep.
Okay. Yep, graduate degrees are typically about 28,000 for the total program. Now, some of the medical programs run a little bit longer. The 28,000 is for those one-year programs, such as MBA, Communication Information Management, Applied Data Science. If a student was interested in one of those medical programs, including clinical mental health or PA or OT, clinical mental health, OT, PA, those are medical. They're going to be longer program, about two years. So the price will be more. Those will be around $60,000.
Okay, and do we have any scholarships for the graduate program?
There are no scholarships at the graduate level, and that is for the American students or the international. We only offer scholarships for the undergraduates.
You mentioned the graduate program is only for the 1 year, right?
Many of the programs are 1 year, such as MBA, Communication Information Management, Applied Data Science. Some of the other majors like education, clinical mental health counseling, or the medical sciences, those will be longer. Those will be 2 or 3 year programs. So, for example, communication information management and applied data science, those are very popular right now. Those programs run for 1 year because the US immigration requires the student to be full-time. In order to be full-time, you have to have 9 credits at all times, and that turns out to be a 1 year program.
Okay, okay. And how many intake is are available for the graduate and undergraduate students?
For undergraduate students, we have the traditional fall intake, that's in September, and then we also have a January intake.
And for the graduate?
And for graduate, we have the traditional fall, but that's not until October. So we start a little bit later than the undergraduates. And we also have some other intakes for graduates. We have a March start, and we also have a June start, and then back to October. So we have 3 times on the calendar, October, March, and June. If you start in October, you're going to finish in 1 year. If you start in March or June, it may take a little bit longer than a year to complete all those courses because of the schedule on the calendar.
Okay, that's great. Okay, okay. Do you mention in your webinar that you require the official transcript? So, do you mean that the students has to courier their bachelor degree to your mailing address before they get the offer letter from your end?
What we can do for our international students to make the process easier is we can first accept a scan of the transcript for the acceptance process. If the student is accepted and the student decides to attend BayPath, then at that point we will require the official transcript. Either the student can bring it or they can have it sent to our registrar.
Okay, so if I understand correctly, that we can submit the soft copy of documents, and then when the students are joining the campus, they can submit the hard copy of the documents.
Yes, we will accept the soft copy to begin with, as
Okay,
long as we have a clear and legible scan of the original transcript. We can make the acceptance decision based on that soft copy.
okay, okay, that's great. So how many days your team will taking to generate the I-20 for the graduate and undergraduate program? Let's say if we're submitting all the complete documents.
Um, well, the first step is to submit all the documents, and then the application goes to review by this whichever department. We usually have an answer back from the department within 1 week. And so within 1 to 2 weeks, the student would have their offer letter from BayPath if they're accepted. And then at that time, we just need to um, gather all the required information. Sometimes there's a few questions for dependents or for financial documents. Let's just say we have everything lined up. We can then issue the I-20 in about another week. So total 2 to 3 weeks, the student can have their acceptance decision and their I-20.
Okay, okay. So, because we have we are from the Bangalore office, and mostly the students which we have, they are from IT professionals, and their plan is to go to the East Coast in the USA because there are so much of opportunities are available for them. So, for those kind of professionals, are you sure that we can promote them that yeah they can do the internships while they are studying their master programs, or they have to go through to the DSO, and the DSO will make the decision that everybody will take go for the internships, or only the some of the people they can do the internships as international students.
This our university we highly encourage the internship, so we definitely have no problem on the side of the university and the DSO. We
Okay,
encourage everybody to do the internship. From our point of view, we we want the student to realize that when they come to the United States, they also have to do the work and make the effort to find those internships. The university won't guarantee automatically to provide that internship. It also takes some hard work on the part of the student for the interviewing and for researching the type of internship they would like to do. So although our university will help and we were always finding some internship opportunities, we can't guarantee that we're going to have everything lined up for every student.
okay. So the basically the internships are on campus, or it can be off campus.
No, they're mostly off campus.
Okay, okay, that's great. Okay, and if the students are finishing the master degree from your school, is there any opportunity for them to do DBA or PhD in the future?
Um, there are some opportunity, but our school we have very few international students. It's quite a small school, so we don't have a lot of experience in that area.
Okay, okay. So the another question asked by the students that he has finished his degree in the English medium. So is this necessary for him to appear for IELTS and TOEFL, or he can submit the English proficiency certificate?
Oh, he can submit his documents. No need for another test of English.
Okay, okay, okay. So the another question come from the students that if he finish his programs in your institute, so what kind of OPT options are available? Because you mentioned you had applied for one program for the STEM, but what about the other programs? All other programs also doesn't comes under the STEM, or there are few of the programs are available in the MS degree which the students can apply for the OPT extension.
Well, the OPT extension only applies to STEM, and so for our graduate programs, that would be applied data science. Um, and we hope the communication and information management, but we haven't had anybody do that yet because this extension is new. So the MBA or communications or education, those are not STEM majors, but those are popular graduate programs in our university. Those students would apply for the regular OPT.
Okay, so you mentioned MS in data analytics. This program is available, which is coming under the STEM,
Yes, applied data science.
applied data science. Okay, okay,
Yes, and this will be a STEM major.
okay.
It's
You,
heavy. This
okay,
major is heavy in statistics and math.
okay. You show one more program that name is Master in MS in Information System. So that is also not under the STEM.
It's information management.
Uh,
And so we have some students who have applied right now, but we haven't had anybody get that approval yet because it's just because the STEM extension started this year after May 2016. And so our graduates in that major, they only just finished this October. So right now they're applying for this OPT extension and everybody is just pending. They're waiting for the approval. So because it's so new with this STEM extension, we don't know the results yet.
okay. So what is the basic difference you have in MS in communications and information system or MS in information management?
The communications is a very popular major, and then information management it goes hand in hand with the communication. So originally, those were two separate majors, MS in communication or MS in information management. Because of the popularity of these majors and some career direction, we decided to combine that major and we created the CIM, which is Communication and Information Management. So it's basically a combination of those two majors, and it's a popular alternative to MBA. It's very business focused. It's not a tech degree.
Okay, okay. So the students, if you have any more questions, just let us know because we are almost close to our end of the webinar. So if you have any more questions, please let us know. I think Jill, I think you have provided all kind of information which required for us to uh, get this recruit the students for your universities, and hopefully we are now targeting your universities to get you the students, especially for the information system and the management programs. So thank you very much for you. But if you can send us the applications form or a finance form, whatever you required, so that we can ask all our counselors whenever they get their students complete documents, we can fill the online, we can fill the applications and we can forward to you.
Great. Okay, sure.
Yep.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Jill, and happy weekend. I think it's early morning in your end, and you are providing your valuable time to Indian students to help them to come to the United States and studying in your university.
Thank you. You're welcome. And
Thank
if the students have any more questions later that they think of, please feel free to communicate through you back to me.
Sure, definitely, definitely. Thank you very much, all. Thank you very much, students. Thanks for joining this webinar. See you soon. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.